My name is Husseyn Issa. I'll be the next presenter. Uh, I'll be presenting about equipping computer skills and problem-solving skills, that is board games, to local schools. A project by Global Wiki Education Initiative. A little bit about our story. According to the 2021 Basic Education Statistics in Tanzania, best in public secondary school, one ICT device is shared among 85 students, addressing the significant digital divide in our education system. As we see that due to the lack of devices in schools, especially learning devices, students now have to share devices in order to get access to information or education. So, about the context of Tanzania, many rural schools in Tanzania face limited access to digital tools, inadequate infrastructure. So I was speaking to one of the attendees of this conference, who's also saying that we also have a problem of internet connection in this country. So it's also a problem. Infrastructure, internet has been a problem in all of it. I can say many of the countries. But also lack of modern teaching methodologies. That's why we need to, we can use these opportunities in this conference to discuss more of how we can be able to share experience or teaching methodologies, how we can be able to move together and impact a lot. Students now often lack exposure to critical and practical skills, skill building tools. So a little bit about the initiative. We've been doing a lot of education initiatives in Tanzania, and this is one of the initiatives. Since 2024, we've been doing the QX for school program, and we've impacted like 5 schools until now. So we now brought and moved to, as we see, the Tanzania is a unification of 2 countries. That is Tanzania mainland and the Zanzibar, if some of you know it. So we've now moved to, we had this program initiated in Zanzibar, whereby we installed QX devices and we enable students to now use the offline content in order to get materials. So we provide offline education resources, but also we spark the needs for more hands-on computer training. So we just didn't end there, that this is QX, this is Wikipedia. We came with this approach now. We started teaching students about computer basics such as applications such as Word, Excel. So with a team of volunteers, we've been able to access, taught students about issues of typing, file management, basic software use. So this is a school found in Zanzibar, Makunduchi, where we started doing this program. So, overcoming infrastructure challenges, school and many outdated non-functional computers. So this school has like 20 computers which are desktop, but most of them are like the older version, like 2001, 2007 computer. So it makes hard for us to teach them because some of them don't even power on. So we had this program of going to that school every Friday. When one volunteer is teaching, like we have 1 slot per week, another volunteer is fixing the computer to ensure that they can also be used by the students. So a lot of the computers that face the problem of they don't have network interface card, so we have to buy and chip in also. So volunteers brought functional personal laptops for training session, such as this one, in order to maximize availability resources of keeping the session running as well. But we've gone broader. So we didn't end there about computer and QX. We think that because these are kids, these are students like playing, student like activities that makes them enjoy and say. So we come with this approach of we had to go to the schools because we have 1 slot each week, that is Friday. So we bought board games and bring them to the school. So now students, they are more entertained and they are very really interested in that slot in Friday. When we are there, they are happy because we know it's board games, it's QX, it's computer, so it's fun. So we partner with school, that is that school, and we've introduced board game session for critical thinking, team working, and logical reasoning. For example, that is Connect 4. So when you cross four items in the same color, the person wins. Connect 4. We also have chess and other board games. So what we learn, key takeaways, digital and cognitive skills, that is cognitive skills is a skills your brain uses for thinking, learning, remembering, and reasoning must go hand in hand. But also volunteer-led models can make meaningful change. As we see, volunteers go with their laptops in the school and now teach the students. Also brought some activities such as board games, which is a good approach. But also, partnership with educators and local schools are also essential. So I've also been speaking to one of the participants in here. He said it's also challenges how to establish a partnership with different institutions, especially lecturers and teachers. Some of them find maybe issues of Wikipedia is not like a reliable source of information. So somehow it's a little bit resistance, but still we don't need to say this because they don't want Wikipedia or maybe it's not helpful. We can stop there. We can still find a way in order to partner with them and ensure that our students, which are the future generation, get a good and quality education. But also, open knowledge platforms like Wikimedia are powerful tools for liberation. So let's use them wisely for the betterment of all. Thank you very much. If you have any question, I'll be happy to.
Ya, déjame ver.
Well, my name is Gaja, and I think that we share the same problems. I live in Bolivia, and even though we're so far away from each other, we share the same problem. So I have two questions. The first one is if you ever try to give a teacher a USB drive with gimmicks, but what do you do after that? Because you need to charge the old Wikipedia again, right? So we faced this challenge because we gave a lot of teachers a USB drives with gimmicks, but they weren't able to actualize the Wikipedia. So I don't know if you face the same problem because I heard that you go to the same school every week, but we face that problem. And the other problem that we face that is that a lot of teachers and students are they're not able to differentiate Google from the internet, for example, or Wikipedia from the internet. They think like Wikipedia is like Facebook, or they only know Facebook as an app, and they don't enter Google, for example. They only enter Facebook. So I want to know how they face these challenges and if you have them, because we face them a lot in Bolivia.
Thank you very much for the good questions. So I'll start with question number one about the issue of drive. So this is just one of the schools that we are being able to conduct these activities of integrating QX, computer, and board games. We've had like 4 schools who've been doing this, and the first school was which we did was we had 2 workshops. We had a workshop with teacher first, that is a training, and then the second one we had a workshop with students, but it was the same day because we didn't have much resources to make it 2 different days. So we had like the first session we introduced the QX to the teacher and how they can being able to use them in school. So we taught them the different ways of acquiring QX. That is, maybe if you have smartphones, how you can download it, but also if you have Mac or Windows, the different OS where you can find QX, but also how to use it. So this makes them aware that there's this kind of software, and also we had a session with them of how they can extract the teaching material. Because first of all, when we reach the school, we explain to them that the materials or the information to be found in the keywords should be usable by students. So it will only contain educational materials. So we explain how they can access those materials. There are a lot of open knowledge, I can say, platforms such as Project Gutenberg, and a lot of materials there you can find, such as mathematics and stuff like that. So we taught them how to zip the files, and after zipping, how they can also use to deploy it into the machine. So I can say this is one of the challenges that we are facing now, because if we zip the file at a certain point, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks, we can find maybe the files are outdated. Means you also need to have a session also to go and check the updated files and then zip it and then deploy it to the computers. So that is also a challenge that we are facing. But due to the presence of Raspberry Pis, that are devices which you can just like hotspot, you can put it and then it's like a wireless in which people who are connected can access the materials. So now it's easy. You can just update the device and then go to the session and then produce like a hotspot, and then the device can connect and get access to that updated material. About the second issue about you talk about issues of being able to manage issues like website, Facebook, YouTube to students. We didn't find this as a challenge on our end, because the students there don't have like tablets or smartphones. They have computers which are there installed in the school, which are desktop, so they are not portable. So the computer teacher have access to those computers and know what applications are inside in those computers. So it makes our work easy now to just go and maybe install Chrome or Firefox as a web browser, and then zip the file or just download the file and then deploy it to the computer. So that hasn't been our challenge, but yeah, maybe we can discuss more and see how we can be able to solve it and look it into different perspective. Thank you. I think I have like a few minutes if you have any questions. Yeah.
So, can you go one slide? Um, because my question here, your last point, Wikimedia, open knowledge platform is powerful tool for liberation. I'm interested to hear more about this. What do you mean? How can it be a tool like this? What's the change?
So maybe I can answer it according to the previous speaker that has explained. The issue of Wikidata is one of the projects of Wikimedia Foundation. So I can say it's like a platform that has impact to our community, but still a lot of communities are not aware that there's some certain projects that are found there. For example, I was also asking Madam Liana about if there is a session for wiki function, because it's a new project and now it contains like a repository of all mathematical functions. So I can see that this is like more, but still the community like doesn't have the drive to observe that they can utilize this. Apart from, we can also use TikTok, Facebook as a collab means, but these are the most powerful tools. And Wikidata, Wikipedia, Wikifunction can also be utilized as well. So on my end, I think it's a way that the community, especially us who are enthusiasts of education, can go there outside and bring impact to the community. So I think if I if there's no any other question, thank you very much.